Hi students, I want to show you how to do test corrections on the second part of the test. When you're ready to do test corrections, scroll down to the assignment called LS1 quiz. Then open the Google Doc version of your quiz. It should look something like this. It'll have my highlighted comments, your work, and a rubric attached to the bottom of the quiz. When you're correcting your quiz, read my comments and use them to help improve your answer. Here I see that it says write out your claim, so I've updated my claim to say air has mass. I also looked at the board to see that I should use page 10 to give evidence on this question. And when I go to page 10, I remember that this was the lab where we put the air inside the balloon. So I'm going to delete this answer and include my evidence. And I'll say air has mass because when we filled the balloon with air, the mass increased by, and I'll fill in that data. Then the other part of my answer, or of my comment, said, before it was deleted, said include a scientific principle as evidence. So now I'm looking at the board and I see that there's a scientific principle that says matter is anything that has mass and volume, and air has mass and volume. So I'm going to include that in my answer and say this shows that air has mass because air is matter and ... I'll include what that says about air having matter and matter having mass and volume. Finally, I need to improve this question too. I see again that I need to write out my claim. Instead of saying yes, I'll say matter can exist in more than one form. Then as evidence, I need to include evidence that I've seen or numbers that tell me that this is true. I remember from class the menthol experiment. So I'm going to say, in class, I saw menthol as a crystally solid, a yellow liquid, and a steamy gas. And then I would include information as a scientific principle that includes this part about the matter existing as a solid, liquid, and gas. Now I notice that crystally is not a word, so I'm going to, crystalline. Sure, that sounds good. I'm going to make sure I edit my work and include the best possible information. Now down here, I'm looking at my models, and Mrs. McDonald says she's confused by what my model shows. And when I look at my model, I notice that it has some issues. So I'm going to resolve this comment, click on my model, click Edit, and update my model to look more like the consensus model that we've seen in class. Once I'm satisfied with my model, I'll click Save and Close. Again, for help with question 1, you should see page 10 in your book. For help with question 2, you should see page 20, 21, 27, or 28 in your book. For help with this model, you should look on page 52. For help with this model, you should look on pages 38 and 39. Best of luck with corrections. Please take advantage of this opportunity. And when you're finished with all your corrections, don't forget to click Submit in the top right-hand corner of your document. Good luck!